What's happening, guys? I'm here with my good friend Scott Schroyer. What's happening, Scott?
How's it going, Kenny?
We used to raise some serious hell when we were kids, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think we should tell our viewers about your little stunt you pulled on. Can we tell the public now? It was 30 years ago. About on senior skip day.
Yeah, that was 40
It was
years
40 years ago. So
yourself,
what happened, Scott?
Yeah,
I think we can pull your mask off and you can tell them what happened.
Well, I was up riding around the school with my motorcycle on the second to last
A
day.
1979 MX 175 Yamaha white. I still remember it.
It's over there, I think.
It is. We have it in the museum. and I held one door open, and you held the other one over the other.
Your brother held the other one.
Yeah, my brother held my brother Ray, and you rode through the high school on a MX 175 motocross bike. Guess who they called to the office first? Me.
Yeah.
You're like, you know who did that? I said, I don't know. He had a helmet on. I couldn't tell.
Right.
You know, so we're finally 40 years later. The truth comes out. So
Oh, well.
Scott and I grew up raised in hell. We went to Unadilla together. We went to Laconia together. He helped me build my house. We've been friends since we were literally grade school kids. And this is a bike. Scotty, tell us about this Honda Trail 70.
Oh, boy. I think some customer came into Cycle Gear years ago and had this thing in the back, and I gave him $25 for it. And the thing started up and ran, and every time I've ever gone to start it up, it sits for 6 months, and I throw a little gas in, she fires right up, and just kept on running. So
How many years have you had it?
probably 38, probably 82, I think I probably picked it up.
Just to turn the clock back, Scotty worked at Cycle Gear, and I worked at the computer shop, Kaplan's Computers, right next door. So for many moons in our adult life, we were neighbors working there. So in any event, this Trail 70 here, Scott wants to resurrect it. He gave us a budget of $1,500, so stay tuned. I'll show you guys what $1,500 of parts and labor can do here at Kaplan Cycles. We're going to put a new seat cover on it, new tires, a nice gold chain, get some touch-up paint for the frame, a new Trail 70 decal. We're going to replace the brake lever, the hand grips, the clutch lever, and maybe a new front fender, and just give her a full resto cleanup. So not a restoration, but we'll call this more of a preservation service, because I told him a frame off could cost $5,000 and it would be worth $4,000. So he's a Yankee like me. He doesn't want to throw his money away. So we're going to put $1,500 into it, and it'll be worth $2,500. So that's a good investment, because he has only got $25 into it now. So and this is the parts bike we have over here. And also he's donating this little Honda CR250 to the museum. So stay tuned. We're going to try to resurrect that. Shane, as you know, is our project manager. He's going to make a parts list, and we'll get a reality check on the parts. He's already got new tires for it. So stay tuned. We're going to resurrect that thing. It's going to be beautiful. It still runs too, right?
Yeah, if you any gas, we'll start it up.
Got any gas down here?
No, I don't think we do.
So check this out. We got another Trail 70 we just are in the process of restoring, and here's Junior's hill climb bike. He actually beat me in the hill climb on this. I don't know if you guys actually saw that, because it was filmed by a production company for a project that we've been talking about behind the scenes. That's going to be on national TV later this year. I'll be talking about that when my contract says I can't talk about it, but right now I'll just show you the bike. I was racing a Harley Davidson XR750 hill climber, and he had this little nitro methane 250 hill climber with a paddle tire, and well, he beat me. So more to come on that. Doc's doing this 1980 CR125 restoration. This thing's going to be awesome when it's done. Doc's.
Yes, sir.
This is one of Doc's. Although he's a Suzuki guy, Doc has an affinity for these Hondas, because he knows how to make them fucking beautiful, and it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait to see it done, and it's a little ripper. Look how they made the swing arms back in the day. That's a stock banana swing arm with the stock shocks. And then he's got another one. What do you got over here, bud?
Got a DT 400. I believe it's 76.
That's a beauty. That's coming up today, folks. I'll be riding this in a couple hours.
Just giving it the final touches now.
Doc and the boys have been working on this on and off literally since last fall. This is a full frame-up restoration, new crank seals, new top end, new tires, new brakes, new chain and sprocket, new seat cover. Everything's been done. New electronic ignition. We put a lot of money into this thing. It's got, actually, this is Uncle Dale's project, and then he hurt his back, and unfortunately his wife passed away, and he ended up selling his house, and Uncle Dale sold us all his bikes, and he headed to Florida from Pittsburgh. He's Heavy D, aka Heavy D. You've seen him in our videos from last summer, but he bought these gauges. These are NOS brand new Yamaha gauges. He paid $500 for the gauges. Got a brand new headlight, brand new NOS front fender, electronic ignition, new tires. I won't tell you everything about it, but stay tuned. This is and foam. This is the nicest 400. We've had a lot of these come through because we love them, but this is the nicest one by far. So Then we got Ronnie over here. Ronnie's working on this GS750. Man, Ronnie, this thing's gonna look fucking incredible when you're done, buddy. He's touching up the pinstripe on it. Ronnie's been working on this bike all week long here. We bought this from a local dude in his 70s. I bought the bike brand new, and he had it all cafe'd out with the fork brace, the cafe seat, the carbs were done. It's got a Fox shock set on it, orange rims. He's just touching up the orange rims with a foam brush. It's going to be beautiful. Ronnie, how much time you got into this thing, bud?
I would say about 36 hours or so.
About 36 hours? Yeah, you've been working on it all week, basically, right?
Yes, sir.
Nice super trap pipe, and the motor looks great. Wait do you see this thing? These are classic super bikes, so looking forward to sending it on that one. Ronnie asked for another day. Here's my toolbox from home. We won't talk about this. This is kind of a fiasco. Ronnie had to hang his head in shame. I bought my toolbox and I said, Ronnie, take all these parts that I had all my tools. I took them out and put them in a box. I said, put them out on a fold-out table and then put this on a lift so I can organize it. And I came back and he gave Doc all my tools and put them in Doc's toolbox and then dumped the rest of them in here. I said, you might as well have just sat in the toolbox and took a dump in it, and I would just like that, you know, and it would have had the same effect. So he was in purgatory for the rest of the week. So it is what it is. We forgive him. He actually put a new door handle on the door here to atone for his sins, and he fixed a broken window. And he's going to come in and work Saturday, and we'll get through it, right, Ronnie? What do we got under here? Hello! Another one of Ronnie's projects.
There you go.
Ronnie's following, and he's a Doc's apprentice, following in Doc's footsteps. He did a full cosmetic restoration on this, although we are painting the tank. We don't like the yellow, like Jesse James says. Yellow is yellow belly color. it's a color of cowards, we say. So we're painting it the original black and Harley red, white, and blue. So this will be fully cosmetically restored. And what's under this? Here's a clue for you guys that have been following us. The vermin! Oh, angel singing! Look at that. We're not done yet. We got a new seat cover, but this thing was a rusty, crusty, dusty turd we pulled out of someone's garage. And why would we do a full restoration on this? Well, 378 miles. We debated. It sat in purgatory in the dungeon for a long time, and we weren't sure what to do. I brought it up to Jeff. I said, take a look at the motor. So he took the top end off, new pistons and rings. Said the motor's brand new, 300 miles. So we did a Gas Monkey garage style resto on this one, which means, well, we didn't restore it totally. We left the original paint, put a little clear coat on it, a little polish here, a little wax here, a little touch-up paint. We're gonna leave it mostly original, put some new badges on there, new grips, and then a brand new blue seat cover. So these are like cult classic CB160s, fantastic bikes. They make cafe racers out of it. So this one's gonna be coming up soon. We saved another one from its ill fate of rotting away in a barn. So lots of cool stuff coming up. We got a brand new, we just spent some serious money here on a steam cleaner with the diesel fired, electric powered steam cleaner. What's a PSI on this thing? It's a model 1600 PSI. It's a model 4200. So this is a beefy bitch right here. Paid a lot of money for this, man. It was over $6,000, and I gotta get the electric hooked up for it, but we ain't playing here. We've got that. We've got our vapor honing cabinet. We've got an $8,000 air filter in here. We bought a new paint booth that's up behind the building. We have a portable paint booth. We paid $6,600 for that. It's fully OSHA compliant, so we can do touch-up paints in the portable paint booth. So everything's going well here. Stay tuned. We got some kick-ass videos coming your way Friday night. Wait till you see week 3 of the Kaplan Cycles behind the scenes shenanigans that have been going on here, because we've been having a lot of fun. If you have any bikes to sell, give us a call. 860, don't call me, call the shop. 860-454-7024. Rock stock was postponed due to this goddamn corona bullshit. Motorcycle Mania is still on track for July 25th. We haven't canceled that yet. And again, we are a 501c3 nonprofit. I volunteered the last 10 years of my life and my life savings to resurrecting motorcycles and sharing them with you guys. So the 500 shootout is going on this year. If you want to go to the coolest vintage motorcycle race, we'll be sending it at Southwick. We haven't announced the date. We're shooting for September 21st, again, tentatively. But with this Corona stuff, everything's up in there. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and God bless America.